Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 16 of the What the Deuce podcast. We're back for another week of podcasting. I'm joined with Umar.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Arsalan, you good, man? You tired?
I'm a bit tired, but we'll get to that. And Sahir.
You guys not worth this podcast. What's good?
Okay, so what's up, guys? We're back. I need to tell y'all, so I need to get something off my chest real quick. The week leading up to this episode, right, we were about to hit that 500 download milestone. And I knew by the time we started recording for this episode, we would have hit that mark. But randomly, in the middle of the week, we just started spiking in downloads. I don't know what happened. Y'all saw this, right?
Yeah, man, you kept spamming in the chat.
Bro,
It was
Wednesday,
amazing.
I don't know what happened, but somehow we didn't just surpass our 500 download mark. We passed like 800 downloads.
Yeah, dude.
All of a sudden, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, like it's crazy, but like we're close to 1,000 now, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I know we're funny. I know we're that funny.
We're comedians. Remember what Dom said? We're comedians.
I'll never forget the first thing Donna said was like, so how many of y'all are gonna be comedians? And I'm just like, none of us.
None.
Yeah. But for
I
real
thought
though,
we were
so
already comedians.
yeah, we're getting close to that second milestone, which I didn't expect us to get to at this point. But we still want to do that giveaway for you guys. We still want to give back to our fans, and so we came up with this idea, boys. What are we gonna do for the fans out there?
You know, honestly, dude,
Everybody loves money. Everybody loves money. If we actually love our fans, get like a couple $1 million together, give them out,
$1 million. Wait a
$1
minute.
million.
I think we should do a smaller giveaway. Yeah,
At least for right now,
like a
man.
gift card. Yeah.
In seriousness, I think it's time to give back. Almost 1,000 downloads. That's a big thing for us. We're small. We started a year ago, and a year ago we did a Twitch stream, and we could barely get 3 viewers on live consistently. So we almost had 1,000 downloads. It's a huge thing for us.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe like an Amazon gift card or like one of those gift cards that you just give that could be used anywhere. I think that'd be really nice for the people, right?
Yeah, like a Visa gift card or Master.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, so the way we're going to do this, right, is if you guys listen on Spotify or YouTube or anything like that, go to our Apple podcast feed and leave us a review. It could be anything, it doesn't really matter, but what we want you guys to do is just tweet us at the WT Deuce your review. Just tweet at us, and we'll just pick someone randomly by next week. We want to get back to you guys, and this could be like a really cool way of doing that,
Yeah, no, for sure.
Clarification. It has to be a positive review. If you give us a negative review, I'm about to sue you.
All right.
Oh, how about this? How about this? They tell us one thing they like about the podcast and one thing they don't like about the podcast. How about that?
And if there's in the secondary section Omar mentioned, if there's anything in there, you're not winning. I'm sorry.
Oh God. All right, look. We want to get back to you guys, and I think this would be the cool way of doing it. So yeah, so remember, it's just at the WT Deuce, the WT Deuce. Just tweet us at like any review that you guys want, and we'll just pick either our favorite or one at random, and we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, follow us on Apple Podcasts, leave a review, go to Twitter at WT Deuce, and
No,
tweet
it's
us.
at the
Tweet us.
WT Deuce. At the WT.
At the WT Deuce.
Yeah, it's THE.
Screenshot your review and put it in the tweet, by the way, so we have proof.
I mean, yeah, that was the idea, just tweeting at us,
And yeah, you get some money, some $25.
All right, cool. Well, I think it's time to actually start the episode now, right, guys? Let's go into the topics of the week. And the topic that I wanted to talk about, I know we went into, we always talk about TikTok. We got to talk about TikTok again. Have y'all been keeping up with TikTok news?
Yeah, actually, just a
have.
little bit.
Just so Trump said TikTok will be banned by August 1st. It is August 2nd, and I'm currently on TikTok while doing this podcast. So yeah.
You have
I don't know
TikTok
what's happening.
downloaded?
Yeah, bro.
We already went over this
Where
one.
else
We already roasted this man. He's on
Yeah,
TikTok.
we roasted this man.
You're
Like
roasting
2
me for you
episodes
think
ago.
you're roasting me? You're doing nothing, bro. The hell?
All right, yeah. So, I mean, again, when Trump says something, it usually never happens, so that's besides the point. But I do think TikTok will get banned eventually, if I'm being honest. Now,
From
I
the
know-
US, you sure?
So we'll get into this, right? So the news that I wanted to talk about is basically Trump was like, hey, TikTok's parent company, I forget what it's called, but you have to sell your shares to an American company if you want to continue to be here. And I think that's pretty interesting, considering the fact, like 2 days ago, all those big tech companies basically were like roasted on Congress for becoming monopolies. Do you guys remember this?
Yeah. AOC just went ham on Mark Zuckerberg, bro. Lizard Man was on the ropes, bro.
It was funny, dude. I mean, I think it's interesting because, like, okay, so the whole story is Microsoft is interested in buying TikTok, right? And it's interesting because Microsoft wasn't at the whole Congress thing the other day. So maybe the government's like, "Yo, Microsoft, why don't you just take over? We'll like cover for you, you know?"
Yeah, I feel so. By the way, TikTok's parent company is ByteDance,
Right.
and they need to sell their shares. If Microsoft does end up wanting to buy TikTok, which I think they should, because it's literally like one of the biggest platforms right now. In my opinion, it's going to be a fad. I think it's going to be gone by 2021, but hey, it's here for now. Might as well capitalize on it, you know? Maybe you can make it to a big thing.
I definitely think Microsoft can do something with it interesting.
I'm,
Either they're gonna keep it the same for a while, or they're gonna keep completely revamp it into something
Yeah, and you
they'll.
know that Microsoft is a company that has seen much progression in their products, and they've been able to go from lows to highs very easily, and they've been one to innovate. So considering them, I think it's possible they can like pick TikTok up and make it even better than it even is right now.
you guys are super optimistic. I'm about to crush both y'all's dreams right now. All right, listen. In my opinion, if Microsoft buys TikTok, TikTok is dead. Only because Microsoft, they own Xbox. Xbox isn't doing so hot right now. Microsoft, they bought Mixer. What happened to Mixer, guys?
Yeah, we don't talk about
You think
Mixer
I know?
anymore.
It pretty much died. It
We,
pretty much died.
yeah, we don't talk about Mixer anymore.
What's Microsoft's video communication thing?
Skype.
Yeah, it's Skype,
Yeah.
and Skype is shit. So I don't trust Microsoft at all to make TikTok any better. You know, I'm pretty sure they're
Okay,
just gonna
okay.
I'm pretty sure they're just gonna buy it, and they'll put some stupid feature in there like, oh, you can only use TikTok if you're next to an Xbox. I don't know, something silly like that. And then yeah, it's just gonna be dead. It's just gonna be gone.
Okay, Mr. Loudmouth. First of all, Skype is far from dead. Do you have any idea the scope of the business applications and just even personal communication to Skype is? Yeah, fine. American citizens don't use it on a daily basis because they have FaceTime and stuff. But do you know how big it is outside of the US? Like, stop the cap, bro. Secondly, I don't know what my second point was, but like, yeah, like I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, Skype might seem dead to you, but it's very much alive outside this
Yeah.
area.
I mean, Arshad, we
And
use it all the time, bro. Come on, you
Listen,
know
I
this.
know we're
and
weird and use Skype, but like, come on, guys. Skype's not the best.
and
Skype is
also
really low quality.
and also that's something completely different. TikTok is an app thing that has like it is settled. Like people know what's used for. It has all the feature it needs. Microsoft knows better than to be saying our language "pangalena." Like it's they know better than to mess around with it for no reason. You know, if they know that the method and the process is working efficiently good, well, they shouldn't really change anything. You know, I don't think they'll be dumb enough to be like, you know what, this needs the Microsoft touch on it now.
Hmm.
Like I think they'll just try to operate it like nothing's changed, so no one goes, you know what, it's different now. It's not as that's not how it used to be. Blah blah blah. I'm a Z kid, Gen Z kid.
Okay, I mean, yo, this is still just conjecture. Like, it still hasn't happened yet. No one's like, there's no contract yet, so who knows? I mean, and besides, like we talked about before, Facebook's making their own version of TikTok soon. So, in my opinion, I understand all the people who love their TikTok following. Don't worry too much. I'm sure y'all are gonna be fine, just fine. You know?
Yeah, I love the people who complain, but
You're
like
gonna see your
TikTok is their entire personality too.
you're gonna see your favorite TikTok stars at your local McDonald's sooner or later.
Yo, I didn't tell you guys this. I didn't tell you guys this. Oh yeah, this is perfect for like live on air. If you guys go on Apple Podcasts and look up What the Deuce, guess who's number one now?
What
What
you
the
mean? What
deuce?
what you mean? What to do? What's number one now?
Do you not remember
Hold
our
on.
mortal enemy, the tennis people?
You're lying. You're lying.
Let me double check. Maybe make sure
That's
Hello?
crazy.
we're number one
That's
now, right?
crazy. Sahir.
What?
I don't know if you know this, but there's another What the Deuce podcast on Apple Podcasts. And they're these like racket playing crackheads, right? But we're finally ahead of them now in the search bar.
Ah. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
So
that's
if you search up
Damn,
crazy,
What the
bro.
dude.
Deuce, if you search up What the Deuce, we're first. We're first on the list.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I just saw
I
that. That's
know, it's
crazy.
crazy. When was the last time they uploaded an episode? Last year?
2019,
Yeah.
2019. Yeah, that's crazy.
They're
Okay, so yeah,
sleeping. They're sleeping, man.
that's awesome. Oh my god, that's so cool. It's also on YouTube now too. Oh my god, dude, things are happening. All right, awesome, awesome. All right, cool. What's y'all got? How was y'all's week? What y'all want to talk about?
My day, I had a long ass day today. First thing I did today was I went to Baltimore to get some food. My mom sent me the wrong address, so I ended up somewhere in downtown Baltimore, and I was
Oh
lost for
god.
like 15 minutes.
And just so anyone knows, Umar drives a really nice, very fancy car. So Umar,
He
what was
has
it
an
like
Aston
driving in the middle?
Martin.
Yes, he has a
I
Tesla, guys. No, no, no.
have a
So,
Cybertruck.
so he has a Cybertruck. So yeah, Woman, what was it like driving around downtown Baltimore?
Well, first of all, the roads suck. I feel like I was hitting every pothole in the road. And
By the
second,
way,
the
He
by the
means
way, if you got
explode. He means
if we have any
explode.
listeners from downtown Baltimore, we love you guys.
Nah, I kind of hate you,
but
bro. But go ahead.
yeah. Other than that, the streets were empty. I mean, it was like I don't know, 11 in the morning, so nobody was really there. So, but I was still lost, so that was annoying, and I had to scrounge my way back to like the suburbs to get the food. And I was out for an hour and a half. After that, I had a bunch of family come over to the house. That took a while. I started doing the podcast with you guys, and yeah, that was about it. No.
I like how you left out one big detail that we need to talk
And what's
about.
that?
That you
And
started
what's
taking
that?
steroids,
Oh my God!
dude.
Yes.
Why are we
Where
not
is it?
talking
Where
about
is it?
this? Hold up.
Yeah. This man thinks he's that cool as hell.
This man
He's full on steroids.
this man started his day with like, yeah, I went to get food, guys, and I started driving around, and then I started doing the podcast, leaving out the fact that he started taking steroids. Excuse me.
I mean, that wasn't today. I mean, I did take it today, but
That's
that
what that
wasn't
was
like a
today.
big
The hell,
deal. It's supposed to be an everyday thing, yo. Morning and evening. Yeah,
This
let
man
me see
just
if I
bro.
can.
It's
injects
not a good
himself
thing.
every
It's
morning.
bro. Like the man takes steroids on a daily, bro.
All right, Omar,
Here,
Omar,
I'm gonna look it up really quick and read it. I'm not gonna tell you guys the name because I don't want to get in trouble for, you guys taking it if you do end up buying it.
dude, what the heck? Okay, yo,
But
Omar.
really quick. It's a growth supplement. I'm supposed to take it every morning, every evening for as long as what's ever in it. And it's supposed to help me burn fat, build muscle, and take the nastiest shits you've ever heard. I swear to God.
Yeah, you
It's like
you you mentioned it's like a
yeah.
Jackson Pollock painting.
Oh my God, it's even worse. I'm telling you. Arslan, we were having this conversation earlier today. Remember art in its finest form?
Yes, yes, it's sorry.
Yes, I consider that art. I consider that art, Arslan.
Oh my god, dude. All right,
Just
man.
to just to help me build the body that I want. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Jeez, bro. All right, man. When you start losing your hair, um,
I'll I'll join your club, Arslan. No, I'm just
dang,
kidding.
that was a good turnaround.
When your dick reduces in size, don't hit me up.
Well, actually,
Bro, it's already small, yo. What
I
you
was
mean?
gonna ask that, bro. So it's a growth serum, right?
It's a
So
growth supplement. Yeah,
does it
that's.
grow everything?
I guess we'll find out. I mean, it'll be interesting to find out if I do grow a couple inches. I interrupt this episode of the What the Deuce podcast to give you guys a Proton VPN message. Finding the right VPN can be daunting, but Proton VPN offers a private and trusted solution. Proton VPN is based in Switzerland, home to some of the world's strongest privacy laws. Plus, Proton is funded by the community of users, not revenue from ad sales. Not only is Proton VPN transparent and secure, but it's also fast, reliable, and stable. Click in the link in the description, guys. Please support the What the Deuce podcast. I would really appreciate it. We will all really appreciate it.
Now back to the pod.
Yo, so me and Omar linked up yesterday, and we cleaned up my car. My Bentley needed some cleaning up, so like he detoured the car for me. It was like all nice, bro.
I thought it was a Porsche. Wait a
Afterwards,
minute.
oh, I traded it in this morning, bro. I wanted a Bentley now. It's crazy,
Oh, true, true,
but
true.
yeah. We watched this movie called Uncut Gems. I really enjoyed the movie. I don't
It
know if
was
Omar
a
did.
good movie. Or sorry, you recommended it, and I really liked it. It was
Hmm.
pretty good.
Yeah, like Adam
Yeah, it was
Sandler
a
is definitely he did a really good job in that movie. I saw it too the other day.
I was pleasantly surprised of what kind of performance he made in this movie.
This is what I'm telling you, bro.
cut
Like,
this part out.
wait, what?
Go ahead.
Cut this part out?
Cut this part out. But what I'm about to say, bro, Julia Fox is so sexy, bro. I need a woman
I
like that in
never
my life,
understood
bro.
why he was in love with Adam Sandler's character. That was like
Yo,
really weird to me.
that's Adam Sandler's whole
Money, I
stick.
think.
Like, think about every single movie he's in. His wife is always so much higher than him. Like, then Grown Ups, wasn't he dating Salma Hayek in that movie?
Okay,
Like,
but this is
how?
like a completely different character from what he's used to. So I don't. Does that really
Because she
transition here?
because she was being spoiled. She eventually fell in love with him, but initially she was being spoiled by him. He's paying for her apartment she's in. She's living the life she wants on his dime. Like she just stays at home, has sex with him once in a while.
It's hilarious to me how his whole family didn't figure out he was having an affair.
I
That's
mean,
what
his
really
wife
blew my
essentially
mind.
knew, and his son found out that day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like his wife would have divorced him as soon as she found out, and then taken
She
his
needed
money.
proof. She didn't have
I
proof, but
mean,
she essentially knew, bro.
By the way, spoiler alert,
no.
guys.
Oh yeah, spoiler alerts all over this
Yeah.
podcast.
I just like, his whole life is so claustrophobic, bro. Like just the way they shot the scenes and like the way they switched the camera angles, you could tell how claustrophobic his life was.
Hmm.
I
I
really like
mean,
for the cinematography of the movie.
If you guys like that
yeah, it was
movie,
good.
you
Yeah.
really should watch Good Time with Robert Pattinson. It's a very similar feel.
Is it? What is that movie about?
Um, so basically, it's about Robert Pattinson. He has to get his brother out of jail by robbing a bunch of other places. It's really freaking good. It's really like high intense and like really. If you like uncut
Mm.
gems, you'll really like this Robert Pattinson movie. It's on Netflix
Hmm,
too, so check
okay.
it out, guys.
Oh, bad. Oh, it's the same rating on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic.
There was something else you were recommending me on Netflix. I forgot what it was. Was it an anime or what was it? I don't remember.
I think I was recommending something to you on Netflix. Let me pull up my Netflix finder right now.
Go ahead.
Well, I was talking about Netflix. Actually, never mind. I talked about that in the what I'm excited for.
Search for it. Oh, or something. Have you been watching the documentary of Michael Jordan on Netflix? I forgot what it's called. What is it called? The Last? I don't remember.
Bro, don't you
The
remember?
Last
Like I was
Dance.
gushing about that
The
like
Last
three
Dance.
weeks ago.
For you, jeez. It just got recommended to me. I
Well,
don't know.
yeah,
I thought it
okay,
was
It's
so
new.
kind of late.
it's
It's kind of
because
late, bro. It was on Netflix. It was on ESPN for 10
Damn,
weeks.
bro, I'm
yeah,
late then.
yeah. So like
Jeez.
don't you remember? So like Netflix made the documentary, but it was on ESPN first, and now it's on Netflix because Netflix made it or whatever. It's a great
Yeah, okay.
documentary, bro. Are you watching it?
I watched the first episode. I really enjoyed it.
Yo, dude, man, it's so good. Like just the mindset that they like go. I mean, this is like we've already talked about this somewhere. Believe it or not, like we had like a whole thing in the early episodes about
No,
this.
no, 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 no. I remember. I remember now. I really do.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like
real quick. I gotta talk about this. Okay, go finish your conversation. Actually.
I mean, I was just gonna say like, yo, the mindset Michael Jordan. There's never gonna be another man like him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I
Like,
really liked the first
Yeah, bro.
episode though. Like I like how they transitioned it from like present time to like an interview to like a old videos, old news, old
yeah, back in
interviews.
the
Like I
'80s,
really
yeah.
enjoyed that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yo,
I don't know.
Actually,
It's
no.
like
What
yeah.
they they didn't do that. They switched him from his last year, which is the reason it's called the Last Dance is because the last year Jordan was with the Bulls,
was the last season?
1997.
Yeah, last
They
season.
titled that they titled that title run "The Last Dance." That's why the documentary's name is that.
Hmm.
And but this is a documentary about Jordan. But his last year was the most prolific. So they throughout this documentary,
Yeah.
Omar, it was my Money Heist.
Money Heist, right? That was the one.
Oh, that's that Netflix show. Yeah. I'm actually kind of nervous though because like, so now that school's gonna be starting up again soon, and I need to save money, I'm actually thinking about cutting one of all the subscriptions I have. So just so everyone knows, I'm really into entertainment. So I literally have everything, right? Like I have Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, ESPN. I literally have everything, right? Amazon Prime. And I'm like, yo, we need to cut one of these. And is it weird that I'm actually considering cutting Netflix
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you cut Amazon Prime?
because we need Amazon
Why would
Prime?
you cry?
We literally need. That's literally the one
Yeah,
thing we
Amazon
can't
Prime.
cut.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one thing you shouldn't cut. But no, it's not because you primarily, I would want to say at least watch a lot of Netflix, right? Like more than anything else.
Not really. No.
Not
No?
really. What do you watch the most of
Well,
then?
I'll be honest with you. Recently, I've been watching nothing but HBO Max and Disney Plus because literally everything
Really?
I
okay,
want is
so
on there.
okay,
Okay.
so like then it's not a big stretch cutting Netflix because even a lot of people might watch a lot of Netflix and stuff. You specifically don't find the need to do that. You know, it's not a weird thing. Plus, Netflix library, like at least I have exhausted whatever I want to watch. Things on my recommended aren't things I want to watch anymore. So like I've transitioned a lot into Hulu,
Hmm.
and Amazon Prime, like a lot of Amazon Prime, because there's actually a lot of good
Yo,
things on
Sire, have
Amazon
you watched
Prime.
The Boys?
Oh,
Are you gonna watch The Boys?
yep.
It's the best thing
Eventually,
on Amazon Prime, bro. It's the best thing.
I watched this one movie on Amazon Prime. It was about this. It's a true story, based on true events. It's about these three girls that get kidnapped into human trafficking
Hmm.
from three very different situations. One girl's from India, one girl's in Ethiopia, I think, and one girl was from the U.S. in like Mississippi or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they all end up in the same sex trafficking ring,
Oh,
Oh
and
yeah,
jeez.
finally
yeah, yeah. I
they
think I've heard
escape.
this. Yeah, yeah.
It's a pretty good one. I don't know this out of the blue topic, but like yeah,
Hmm.
that's a dope bad
I
movie,
think I
bro. Like
watched it. What was it called?
human trafficking. I think. I mean, not gonna lie, it kind of gave me like the feels at the end because I was like, God damn, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But you know,
But back to the thing, like,
whatever.
yeah, like there's so much interesting things on other platforms, and I just feel like Netflix is kind of losing everything. Because, like, I mean, when I think about it, I'll be honest, like, Stranger Things kind of lost my interest after season three. I'll be honest with you guys. And I
Damn,
mean,
really?
other than that, there's really nothing I'm excited for that's Netflix original, you know? If I go on HBO Max, like I could see the new regular show thing that they just recently made, where I can watch Harley Quinn, I could watch all the Harry Potter films again, like all the stuff that like all the comfort food, right? Is on other things now, you know?
Yeah.
The fact that Friends is no longer on Netflix and The Office is leaving by the end of this year, I'm worried for Netflix, but I really am.
No, no, no. You want to be worried from Netflix? Let's talk about the tremendous billions of debt they're in and how they keep making amazing Netflix originals going more in debt with no plan to recover.
I mean, you say that, bro, but like all their Netflix originals, I don't see it being like something you would want to watch again. Like Tiger King was a huge thing, right? I'm probably never gonna watch that again. So it doesn't have that replayability like The Office or Friends did, you know? Like what is the
My G, that's exactly.
I was gonna say like the fact that Netflix hasn't made a show that I think I could like endlessly rewatch that's original to them. Like the only thing I can think of is like Breaking Bad for me personally. But I know for a
But they didn't
fact that
make that.
what? Yeah, they didn't even make that. They didn't even make that, and I know for a fact that that could easily go somewhere else. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a huge problem. But you want to know another problem they have? They're also in like Netflix. I'm telling you, 5 years they're not gonna exist because they're in such billions of debt,
Mm-hmm.
and it might be millions. I might be exaggerating with the bill with a B, but they're at least in millions in debt, and there's
How
no
did
plan
how
to
did they
recover
end up in so much debt in the first place?
Omar,
Is it
because
because
they
think of
got
all
some
their
money.
original
mo-
programming, bro.
all the movies they're producing? Yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
it takes some money to produce everything. It takes some money to keep all the titles for all the shows that they have, all the movies that they have, like, and plus the cost based because this is the subscription based service. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're not charging enough. Like $9 a month. Like, come
Dude,
on, bro.
nine
Like,
bucks a month.
And their
What?
whole things,
What year are
yeah.
you from, bro?
No,
Netflix is like
no, no, no.
16
It's
bucks a
like
month.
15.
It's like
Oh,
15, yeah,
16?
15, 16, yeah,
15. That's
bro.
crazy. You
What year are
know,
And
you
plus,
from?
no, the major thing is
while
no,
I'm
the major
scrolling,
thing
I
is
don't
they
know
don't have
why.
ads. They don't have ads. That's like their main like gimmick.
Yeah, but neither does
They're like a
HBO
non.
Max or Disney Plus or Hulu if you
I
get
mean,
that one
Hulu does.
package. No,
I
not if
mean,
you get the one package.
okay, but Hulu still has ads, so people are still paying them to have their ads.
Yeah, but it's also cheaper
But
than
yeah, Netflix.
Netflix.
I mean, because they have the ads.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys know that in India, Netflix is only $3 a month?
That's what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They're not gonna charge you $15 in rupees because people can afford that. It's what's it
It's
called?
like 300 rupees. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's about translation. That's like $3 here, but it's cost based service. Like in same thing in India and stuff. A McDonald's burger is like 500 rupees, which is in turn about $6 here.
Hmm.
But the same burger here is like $3. It's the cost of doing business in different places, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense. I know for a fact that in India they have like this like they have like different tiers for Netflix to where like there's like a $2 per month tier for Netflix and there's a $3 per month tier. And for the $2 the
Ooh.
difference is like $2 a month doesn't get HD video and then $3 a month do. That's like the difference. That's if I'm remembering that correctly.
That's tough. I mean, that's good. Netflix does that because like more people will
480
buy
to
them.
720 to 1080. That's
Yeah. The only thing is that's still not sufficient. That doesn't bring you enough viewers
Hmm.
to still do it. I get it. India's huge, huge market, you know, billion people literally. But like Netflix in such a large amount of debt. Like I'm telling you, bro, 5 years they're done out of the business.
who's gonna buy them.
Nobody. They have too much debt. They're gonna go bankrupt, bro. They're gonna go bankrupt.
But yeah, man. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm waiting for that one show that's gonna be like endlessly rewatchable for Netflix, and then maybe I'll change my tune. Like, can you guys
You
think
know,
of a
I think I
show?
have.
Oh, good.
I think I like Castlevania. I think that's a
Okay,
pretty
but Umar,
rewatchable show. At least for me. At least for me.
but
No,
how
no, no,
many
no. He
times
means
have you
like a
rewatched
background
it, bro?
show. No, he means like a background show, like Netflix Parks and Rec, something you could just put on and just like watch endlessly for the end of time. I think
Like something
that's
episodic, then no,
I
not.
think they found that in Big Mouth.
Okay,
Yeah,
Big Mouth.
but Big
Big Mouth
Mouth
is
is
a
for
pretty good example.
pedophiles, bro.
What about BoJack? Oh, I mean, BoJack doesn't really. You
No,
can't
you
really
can't. You
No, I
can't
wouldn't.
watch that,
rewatch
I guess.
BoJack. You can't. No.
If you made me watch BoJack every day for like a month, I guarantee by the end of the month I would not be alive.
Oh, you know, we always hype up how depressing BoJack is. It's not that depressing, guys. Come on.
Dog, I watched 3 episodes and I'm legitimately depressed.
Mm.
I'm not even joking. I legitimately become depressed after three
Oh my
episodes.
god.
When I binge that, that's the one show that is like a workout. Like I can watch 3 episodes and then I gotta go do something positive. Otherwise, I am gonna be clinically depressed.
Yo,
But
you guys are really selling this show right now, honest to God.
it's a good feeling
No,
though. It's a good show.
It's a good feeling being
imagine,
depressed.
okay, imagine something causing you immediate depression. Come on, go try that out, bro. There's nothing that can cause
What?
immediate
What?
depression.
That's crazy. What?
But it's a good depression. Like it's not like you're actually sad. Like you're like, damn, that's crazy.
It's
That's not what
it's
depression
it's
means,
like
yo.
okay,
Wait a
okay,
minute.
okay, okay. Look, I mean, we talked about BoJack enough on this that podcast, but just to put a ribbon on that, BoJack's amazing because like it
It's a
mixes comedy and dark humor really well, and it makes you laugh just as much as you cry. Just to be honest.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So it's not
Now,
just us this episode, right? We actually have a very special guest. This girl's actually been with us for the longest time. She was actually behind the scenes even in the beginning. You guys didn't even know it. I'd like to introduce you
yeah.
guys to Twilight Ciel.
Hello.
So the funny thing about Twilight Ciel, Andrea is her real name, by the way. Andrea, she was actually there right in the beginning because before we even started this podcast, we knew we needed like a really cool art piece to go along with like all of our projects and things like that. And she's the one who designed that amazing poker pic that many of you guys see on the YouTube videos. So Andrea's here with us today, and like I said before, she was right there from the beginning. So we thought it'd be really appropriate for her to come back for at least one episode to talk about, like, you know, the her passion, how that like led her to where she is right now. So Andrea, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me.
So Andrea, she's currently working to become a storyboard artist, working for an animation company. Like I don't think we're knowledgeable enough about storyboarding. So like Andrea, could you like go into detail what that entails?
Sure. So when you have an animated show, first you have the writers. They write the episode, and
Mm-hmm.
then they give the script to the storyboard artist. What we do is we have to visualize everything that's on the script, and we have to draw the entire sequence so that it is ready for animation. And then the animators take the storyboards and they animate it.
okay, so essentially like scenes from the show sketched out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
a good way to imagine it. So you know that scene in like any SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob comes out from his bed and like feeds Gary or something. A storyboard
yep.
artist would first draw a scene of SpongeBob in his bed, and then a scene of SpongeBob getting out of bed, and then a scene of him walking, and then a scene of him feeding Gary. And this would all be different stills. And that is
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
just to visualize what the scene is gonna be. Like, because you have to imagine, like, when you go from a script, right? That's just words,
Mm-hmm.
and the animator is
Yeah.
actually doing the work. The in between is the storyboard person who actually visualizes everything. It's taking the words and then creating images from that. You know.
Okay, that makes sense.
Andrea, like, from your experience, like, what has it been like coming up with like making? Okay, what's it been taking the words from the page to like actual visualization?
Well, I guess it depends on the script. Sometimes it can be easy, but there are times when it's really difficult because you have to watch out for mistakes, like
Mm-hmm.
not breaking the 180-degree rule, which means you have the characters on one side of the set, so to speak, and you can't put it on the other side because then the characters will be flipped, and that would confuse the audience. So
Hmm.
you always have to watch out for that. Also, not to make jump cuts because that would look weird,
Oh my God,
you
yes,
know.
I
And
could
on top of
imagine.
that, you
Yeah.
have to do the entire storytelling. Yeah.
So I know that when you were studying for this, you looked at a lot of like Rick and Morty things because I imagine you mentioned before that your professor they actually worked on Rick and Morty. So were you able to see like from script to page type things with that?
We didn't get to see the script, but we did say he's animatics.
Okay. How would you
That's
describe that and like how does that compare to like the final animation?
I would say they are always almost the same, but there was one time where he showed us this one animatic that had Rick building something, and I think he was like shirtless for one of the scenes, and then
Mm-hmm.
on the next shot he was still shirtless and so on, and then at the end, yeah, I think he was like shirtless for like most of the sequence. But then when they did the animation, they had him shirtless on one shot, and then with a shirt on the next shot,
Oh
and then
no.
shirtless on the next one.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
so that was a weird mistake that happened.
How does that happen though? Like, cause like, aren't they looking at the storyboard and then realizing that, oh wait, he still doesn't have his shirt on when they're making the animation?
Nobody knows what happened.
Whoa! One more, just one more ad, just one more. I promise, it's the last ad. Okay, listen, we're kind of broke, so subscribe to my Patreon, guys. It's great. Okay, it's a $1 version. It's a $3 version. For the $1 version, you get a patron shout out. Get access to our Discord. You can talk to us. You know, we can have conversations with us. You can get in our chats and stuff. And if you want to go step up, give a little bit more to us. $3 a month, man. It's literally not much. Just chump change, a cup of tea. you get bonus episodes every month. So you get 2 or 3 bonus episodes every month. You get a shout out on the pod, and you get access to our Discord, just like the $1 version. And you can talk to us, chat with us. You can make different topics that we could talk about next week. It's like, yeah, man. So come on, support your creators, man. Yeah, okay. Back to the pod. Don't unsubscribe or anything.
You're like what would you say are some of your current favorite shows?
My current favorite show. Well, one of my favorites that is not. I mean, it'll be finished. Was Gravity Falls. I love that
Okay.
one.
Gravity Falls is
Oh,
great.
I was
Yeah.
really
Falls is
like
great.
it's
Amazing
Great
amazing.
show.
Steven Universe was also amazing. Adventure Time. I like that one too.
Though I was never a fan of Steven Universe as a show, its animation style always intrigued me. And it was really cool to just watch. And my roommate would watch Steven Universe all the time in college, and I would already pay attention to the show at all. Like I would listen to music or something, but just watching the animation on screen was very very nice.
That's crazy. Wait, your roommate used to watch Steven Universe? That guy?
Yeah, Danny, he watched Steven Universe all the time.
That's crazy. I didn't
It's
expect
a,
that
it's a
from him.
popular show, dude.
No,
It's
that's
a lot of
it's
people
a
like it.
really awesome show. I imagine the best way to describe it is it's basically what Avatar: The Last Airbender was for us back in the day, for like the newer generation, in my opinion at least. Like the themes it tackles and things like that.
Really?
I mean, Andrea, you've seen more of the show than I have. I mean, was that like a incorrect assessment? I guess.
I would say it's fine. I mean, I also watched The Last Airbender, but it was a long time ago, so I don't remember very much the themes.
I mean, but we know for a fact that like Steven Universe does tackle those themes, though, right?
Oh, for sure.
As like an inspiring storyboard artist, like what do you when you watch these shows now, do you have like a different perspective when you watch the shows? Like, are you visualizing the storyboarding that it takes place, or like are you able to turn your brain off when it comes to that stuff?
No, all the time. Like I can't watch animation and not imagine how it was storyboarded. I
Yeah,
just
dude.
can't.
Yeah.
If you get turned off by the animation in a show, do you still watch it, or are you just like, blah, I can't watch this?
I don't think I've ever been turned off by animation. I
Really?
don't think that's happened.
Have you ever like tried new animation besides like the ones you're used to, based off another TV show?
Yes.
Really?
Well, what happened was a very long time ago. I was reading Naruto because
Oh
I like
wow.
anime.
Okay.
Ooh.
We didn't know this.
And
Okay, go ahead.
so I was drawing a lot of fan art, and I was also looking at fan art online. And there was this Japanese website. I can't remember what it was called, but the girl who drew the fan art started drawing Full Metal Alchemist fan art, and I was like, "What is this? Like, I have no idea."
Mm-hmm.
So I started looking into it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's this other anime. I'll read the manga," and I started reading it, and I loved it.
That's crazy, man. That's so cool. Like that's awesome. Like I wish. I'll be honest with you, Andrea. I meet less and less people like that as time goes on. I kind of miss the days when you used to just see something cool and then you just went to go explore it as soon as you like saw it. You know, I feel like a lot of days people are just like they're very comfortable with where they are and they don't really explore outside that nowadays. You know.
I think it could happen to some people, but I'm always wanting to explore more shows and more anime. I think the same happened with Steven Universe because I was on Facebook one day and there was this one girl from my class and she was always talking about Steven Universe and how amazing it was. And I was like, what is Steven Universe? I have no idea. I knew it was a kid's show, but that's all I knew. So one day I was like, I'm gonna start watching this. So I did, and I will admit that at first I thought it was a bit childish.
Yeah.
But the more I watched it, the more I liked it, and also the more the show progressed, the more adult themes they were included in the episodes.
Yeah.
I think that's that's a thing with a lot of shows these days where people think it's childish because of a certain thing or maybe because it's animated or something. But if you just get into it a little bit, you understand there's deeper themes. The show's actually fun and stuff. An example: last year, Arsalan would not stop talking about this one anime he was watching, JoJo. He would not stop talking about it. And every time I pull up scenes or do something, it would always look so odd and so childish. And I was like, this is not something I usually enjoy to watch. Like I like Full Metal Alchemist, I like Naruto, I like Death Note. This didn't seem like my type of show. But after him begging me to watch it, I finally watched the show, and immediately I fell in love. Though it was a little childish at first, a little like cliche, completely changed up the style. It was completely brand new, something I hadn't encountered before, and a lot of like adult themes came later in the show as well. And like I'm a huge fan now because of that, you know. But that shows you can't judge something like a show based on what you've heard or what it looks like up front.
Andrea, have you watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I have not, but I've heard very good things about it, so
You
I
have
will
to
watch it
watch
sometime.
it. You have
Good
to
things
watch
off
it
the
now.
story or the animation?
Oh, how do you think about the story?
The story. Not what have you heard about the animation?
I think the animation is pretty decent in the show.
Well, I think the animation's hard because I feel like every part has its own animation style, to be honest. Like if you look at
No, that's
part
very
4
true.
versus part 1, it looks so different. It doesn't look like the same show. So
Yeah, no,
I,
I guess from
I
that
feel like this
perspective,
has to do with the art. It has to do with the art and the character designs. I feel like
I,
that's the biggest
I mean
aspect.
that's literally what animation
that's
is.
that's animation. But like, that's what makes the show so cool. That's why I like the animation of the show so much because every chapter of the series has a different tone to it, and the tone is visualized with the animation style.
No, but when I'm talking about animation, I'm thinking about like the character movement. I thought you meant like how they like interact with things.
Okay,
It's
you're right,
everything.
you're right.
It's everything. It's
That's
everything.
part of it, yeah.
Going back to what was said before about shows these days having more adult themes, I think that's always happened.
Mhm.
Only we didn't notice because we were kids back then.
Mhm.
If you go back and watch shows that you used to watch as a kid right now, you will realize that they do have adult themes, or at least some adult jokes or something.
Do you have like a favorite that you can like throw off the top of your head right now?
Mm,
I know I just put you on the spot, but like you know, if you got one, if you got one.
I don't. Well, I'm a huge fan of Sailor Moon.
Okay.
I don't think. I'm not sure that one has adult themes, but I still like it. I can still watch it.
Mhm. Wait. So I'm curious. When did you first get into anime? Because like I didn't realize that you were like into that stuff at the time.
I think. Well, I used to watch anime when I was very young. Only I had no idea that was anime.
Mhm.
Maybe I was like 4 or 5 years old. But when I really got into it was when I was 10, and that's when I started watching Sailor Moon.
Okay. So Sailor Moon was your gateway then. That's so funny because like I have a very similar situation where like I did not watch anime at all as a kid. Like I guess I watched like Pokemon when I was younger, but when I got to
Was that your gateway, Ruslan?
yes,
Was that
I
your
was gonna
gateway?
get into this. I was gonna get into this. So like when I was 10, I I forget who it was, but someone just like forced me to start watching Naruto. And I found like this illegal website to watch a bunch of Naruto episodes, and I just got addicted. Like I literally just I fell in love with the animation, the tropes, the like Naruto's. I was like the only person who liked Naruto's Believe It. It actually inspired me when I was younger, and so that became my
It did its
gateway.
job then.
Yeah,
It did its job.
it became my gateway, and from that I started watching like my second anime ever, and this is like the worst thing ever. I started watching Black Butler as my second
Yeah,
anime ever.
yeah, that's why. That's just why.
That's just why that show is wild, especially the first couple episodes. But then, like you know, it gets better as time goes on. I think, I still think that
I had
show's
a
good.
I had a similar story getting into anime. Since we're talking about anime, um, I had a friend, Zarez. This is back in Pakistan. I used to live back in Pakistan, so I was like 7 years old, and this guy named Zarez just came to my school for the first time, and he moved from Ireland, right?
Hmm.
And I started making friends with him and stuff, and he said, "Yo, you guys have never heard of anime ever before?" And I was like, "No, not really." So he goes, "Okay, on Cartoon Network at 5, the show that comes on called Dragon Ball Z, you have to watch it." And I was like, I'm good. I have other things to do, like homework or do anything else." But one day I went to his house, and his entire living room, his entire bedroom is just a bunch of Dragon Ball Z and Naruto stuff. And I'm like, "Yo, if you're this into something, I have to pay attention to it." So he puts in the CD. We watched a couple episodes of Dragon Ball Z, and I am hooked. Like
Hmm.
I am hooked. I watched the. It was up to the Majin Buu saga. I watched everything with him in the upcoming weeks, and after that, I got into Naruto, and it was just a never-ending stream of anime after that.
It's actually wild. Like I'm guessing like it was like the late 2000s. That time, I just
Yep.
feel like that's when like all anime became like one of the biggest things in the world. I mean, it was popular before, of course, it was, but with the advent like the internet and things like that, this entire subculture just became bigger and bigger and bigger. Andrea, so like, do you keep up with the current anime of the time or not really?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the last season of Attack on Titan right now.
Yes, dude,
Who isn't?
everyone is, right? That's all. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be. Do we want to go into Attack on Titan spoiler talk? Do you think that's like good right now, or should we just wait?
Nah. Anybody that hasn't watched the show yet, I don't want to spoil it for them. This it's an amazing show to watch. Not just an anime, not just a TV show. It's an amazing form of entertainment. Don't ruin it for anybody. I'd say.
Naruto was big back in the day, but I remember when Attack on Titan first came out. Like my teacher in high school was talking about Attack on Titan. Like my like
Dude,
older teacher, like my like white older teacher, like was really into Attack on Titan, and I was really surprised. I think it, like
dude,
that. it kind of transcended.
Dude, people who bullied me for watching anime watched the anime and try to talk to me about it. Like it felt like a betrayal. Like that
Yeah.
went huge so fast, and it's obviously like one of the better made animes, so it makes sense too.
Yeah, people didn't even treat it like an anime. They're just like, this is like the new thing to watch. And then people waited like, I don't know how many years, 5 years for season 2 or something.
I remember the wait. That was funny. So yeah, I think that's really awesome. Like animation was such a big part of my childhood, and I still do keep it to a certain extent. Though nowadays I don't really watch as much TV as I wish I did, but I do go once in a while back into it. I think it's time to like wrap up the episode. So you know how we always end these things, Andrea. So the way we usually end this stuff is we sometimes talk about a lot of negative things because like the world and stuff and like the news and whatever. But we like to end the show with some positivity. So is there anything? It could be like it could be a TV show, a movie, sports, anything in your personal life. Is there anything in particular that you're excited for? Something that you're looking forward to that you just want to throw out there at the end?
There are two things I'm looking forward to. One of them, kind of obvious, is for the virus to die down so I can see my friends again because I haven't seen them since March.
Yes,
and that's really sad. The other thing I'm looking forward to, like I told you before, is the last season of Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Did you read the manga at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I mean they already differed enough, so I mean it's just kind of supplementary now.
Wait. The anime and the manga have deferred?
Yeah, I mean I don't know if they're gonna use the ending from the manga, but the way they have it set up, the manga is kind of different. The way it ends.
Interesting. Okay, I guess I gotta read some manga after the show's over.
Okay, so I guess for me it's well, you guys know I've been going to Virginia like every other day to work out in the gym and play squash with my dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm excited to keep on training and going to work with him and spending more time with him because I don't know, it's like a new experience because I'm actually working. You don't have to do all that. Don't do all that.
That was adorable.
I don't know.
Aww.
I get to go to work with him and I get to meet all these people that he's known for years, maybe even decades, and I get to meet them for the first time and they tell me stories, which is really interesting. So I don't know. I just like the whole experience. I like driving there, working out, seeing him, helping him, eating dinner/lunch with him. It's just like a whole fun thing.
This is too wholesome, Umar. This is way too wholesome for our podcast, bro.
Hey man, hey, I know we're
like
getting
lunch with your dad? Excuse me, what? What is this nonsense?
I mean, hey man, we ordered like shawarma. We order shawarmas. Andrea, have you ever had a shawarma before?
I haven't, but I've heard they're good.
They're good? You had one? They're pretty good. I love them.
Last Chance U is an amazing show where they take high school students who wanted to play football, but got into some bad drama, or like got bad grades or something, got their offers taken away. These kids, they go to community colleges, they try to make a name for themselves and get their offers back, and it's like real life stories, and it's amazing. And the new season just come out, and I can't wait to watch it. And Rick and Morty, need I say more? Like, come on.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like Netflix is doing a good job of keeping up with the whole streaming wars. The thing I'm excited about is they recently put this animated show called Harley Quinn on HBO Max, right? And apparently there's like so many good things about that show, and it was only on that DC streaming app before, but they finally put it on HBO Max. So I'm excited to go check that out. I've heard like so many good things about that show, and I'm just gonna check it out now. HBO Max is really good. Like people don't talk about it at all, but it's like a really good deal. Like there's so much good stuff on there.
How many seasons does that show have?
Only one.
2 seasons, right?
Only 1 or 2, I think. It just came out. Like it's like brand new. I'm excited to see what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, people were really excited about it too. I heard about it. They were signing for another DC TV show. I don't remember what it was. Actually, I think it was just Teen Titans returning. That was about it. But I heard that they were trying to finish that show, Teen Titans.
Yeah, it's called Teen Titans.
They're gonna come out with another season.
It's called Teen Titans.
No, with another season of the original show, like what they did for Samurai Jack.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? Why not?
No, because Teen Titans Go makes too much money.
I mean, that's fair, but who knows? They might scrounge up enough money to finish the last season. I don't know.
I don't think so. I would not hold your breath if you're a Teen Titans fan waiting. Okay, well, this has been an interesting episode of What the Deuce. All right, well, thank you guys so much for listening to episode 16. Make sure you focus on our giveaway and things like that. Umar, sorry, you guys want to say anything before you guys are done?
Nope. Thank you for listening. If you haven't, please check out our last episode. We had Danish Makbul on here. and that's my favorite episode so far. So it would really mean a lot to me if you watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, that episode was great until this episode because I love this episode the most. Um, just check out every episode and watch the episodes.
Good job, guys. I love that, Sire. You were like, watch the episode, and then watch the episode, and then watch the episode. That was amazing, dude. That
Watch
was
all
so
the
good.
episodes. They're all my favorite. They're all
All
my
right, well,
favorite.
yo, thank you so much for a special guest, Andre. We really wanted to talk to you and get to know you a little bit, just because you were there from right in the beginning.
Yes. Thank you for having me. It's been interesting.
Yeah, it's
No,
definitely been
no
interesting.
problem. Andrea, please plug yourself. Please plug. You need to plug your Instagram, your Twitter, everything.
Oh, sure. You can find me on Twitter and Tumblr as Twilight Ciel, and on Instagram as Twilight_Ciel.
She makes a really amazing art, guys. Make sure you go give her all the money for pieces of work. It's so freaking good. That artwork that we have on YouTube, it's literally like our favorite piece of work ever. So make sure you guys go check her out, okay? All right. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week, okay?
Peace.